Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is G. You are watching Allastrology. Sagittarius, what is up? You got a big month coming up, Sag. You have a big month coming up because your ruler is making a move. Your ruler is making a move. Your ruler is Jupiter, Sagittarius. Your ruler is Jupiter. And Jupiter is moving. It is moving into the sign of Taurus energy. Yeah, it's leaving Aries. Now, Sag, this was nice for you when Jupiter was in Aries because it's fire and Sagittarius is fire. So whenever you have the same element, fire and fire, they trine each other. It's very beneficial, very beneficial. So Jupiter moving into Taurus now, it isn't, I'm not going to say that it's not as beneficial. I'll just say that you're absolutely going to notice a change. Okay. Now, this happened mid-May. Mid-May. Hopefully you'll see this video before then, although this is a June video, but at least this way you can understand. Like if you can feel the nuances and energies, right? You just feel like a subtle shift here and there. At least this video you can be like, oh, it's that, right? And that sometimes helps because sometimes we feel like, I don't know, there are sometimes where like you feel like there's a gray cloud over you all the time, or you just feel more upbeat and it's like you can't put your finger on why that is, or you notice you're getting along with somebody better or worse, right? Like things just suddenly take changes and it's like, why are we suddenly getting along? Right? Or why are we suddenly fighting all the time? Like there's just weird things, So the moon is a big deal in that, but when Jupiter moves, that will be especially a big deal for you because it's your ruler. So anytime a ruler of who you are moves through a different sign, we feel it. Okay. Now, there is a bigger event. Maybe it's not a bigger event, but it's a big event. Jupiter is going to meet up with the North Node in Taurus energy. So what this means is that Jupiter in Taurus is your values, is your money. It's your desires. It's how I receive. That's Jupiter, how I receive. How do you receive? Right? Some of us have a hard time receiving, or we have an issue with money. Some of us have wounds about money issues, right? Money wounds, and it's all about self-worth and self-values. The good thing, though, is for Sagittariuses, typically, they're very confident. It's a confident energy. Confident because it feels like it's got that worldly knowledge because it's the traveler, so it feels like it's got wisdom. It's done the seeking and the searching, and so it just feels kind of confident, which is a really nice feeling because I've felt it. I've felt those moments. I don't consider myself, I guess just average in terms of my confidence. But when there's a Jupiter thing involved or a Sagittarius thing involved, I feel it. Like when the moon, and I'm like, God, this feels wonderful. You just feel like be whoever you are and just express and radiate and don't second guess, don't doubt, don't care what anyone else is gonna think about that. Like just freaking do it. Just freaking say it, man. Just be who you are. There's like this confidence involved, And so going into Taurus ruler being Venus, and this matters because it's desires and it's about food. And, Sagittarian energy likes to take the drinky drink every now and then because it's Jupiter. And Jupiter, remember Jesus on the wine. Yeah. That's just me having fun with that. But there's some truth in it. Like I've done people's charts and I've talked and asked and they've told me, and it's just like they prefer liquor or maybe wine. It doesn't have to be like hard liquor, but they like to drink, and this isn't saying that these people are like alcoholics or anything. All I'm saying is like for myself, I don't drink at all. What does G drink? Water. That's it, Unless it's really hot and it's in the summer, I'm dehydrated or whatever, like, that's different, and that doesn't happen anymore because I don't go hiking anymore. But then it was kombucha, but I don't do those things anymore, so that's rare. So anyway, that's just me and my water for the most part. But for Sagittarians, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna have dinner. I'm having wine. Hold on, Taffy." And she's got the nails. Okay, hold on. Let's let her up. Are you coming up? Let's just make come on. There you go. Oh, she's got such long claws right now. Yeah, you got long. Oh, that's not a good spot. Oh my God, she's going behind the light. Come here. Come here. Come. Come on. For a cat, she listens really well. Like, this cat is like a dog. She knows. I didn't say I want the butt, though. Did I say that? She's like, I don't care what you want. That's what I want. Rub my butt. All right, come on. Get your position. You want to get a massage? Let's do a massage. I got your little blanket down, your little spot. Come on. There you go. Okay. I just got to dig through her coat a little bit, go a little bit deeper. Oh, yeah. She's like, oh, yeah. And as soon as I do that, she rolls over and she's flat on her side. Huh. She's like, do it. Give it to me, G. Massage those muscles for me. She loves that. Oh, you can start purring. Oh, you can even see her head now. Yeah, she's enjoying that. She loves that. Right on between their shoulder blades for kitty cats. Oh my gosh. There's such it's like, I don't know what it is, but even on Zoe, she'll just lay right down on her side. Look at Taffy's laying down and lifting her foot up. Look at. Yes, I'm sorry. She's looking at me like, are you laughing at me? I'm not laughing at you. I'm enjoying you. Yeah, I'm showing them how your cute self and how you love that spot on your back to be rubbed. Yeah. Big muscles, huh? You got all those big cat muscles back there. Can I finish my work now? Can I start back up again? Cat hair everywhere. Oh, okay, mama. Okay, mama. Okay, mama. Okay, so getting back to the business here. I'll just sit back here, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, we could do that. Okay, so for Sag, food and creature comforts. This is for everybody because it's Taurus. It's the land, it's the earth. It's taste, touch, smell, sensualities, but it's also clothing and beauty and peace and harmony. Big Venus keywords: beauty, peace, and harmony. Now, that shift for you was happening in your 6th house of health. Jupiter entering your 6th house of daily routines. And these routines can involve things at home, but it can also involve projects and work projects and health routines. It can also involve domestic pets, cats and dogs, or whatever your domesticated animal is. Yeah, so Taffy showed up right at the right time, right? It's the 6th house reading. Yeah. So Taurus being there and Jupiter, it's going to expand upon those themes for you. It's going to expand upon them. So for many of you, you're going to be really busy. Jupiter's going to add to your projects. It's going to add to your daily routines. If you had 7 things you did every single day, now you're going to have 14. It exaggerates and expands upon them. Yes, it can double them. Jupiter is normally very beneficial, right? If you don't have your chart, comment to me so I can get your chart to you. Because if you have anything at the degrees of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees, this is where Jupiter and the North Node meet up together. And when they meet up, the North Node is about the future of your money, the future of your values, and where you're headed. And they will be conjunct at 3 degrees. And so that is right at the beginning of June. Okay. And then 2 days later, on the 3rd of June, we have a full moon. And this full moon's a big deal because it's in your sign. It's in Sagittarius. Yeah. You see, Jupiter at Sagittarius is a big deal this month. The lighting driving me nuts. The full moon in Sag, and it's at 13 degrees and 17 minutes. So again, if you don't have your chart, comment to me so you can get it. And I know you may not know a damn thing about astrology, but I do. And I could find that for you on your chart, and I could say, "You have something here." Or I could say, "You're all good. You don't have anything here." Because normally, people are always like, "Well, the astrologer said this and that, but nothing happened." Well, you have to have something there, you know? And it's never just one thing. There should likely be multiple things. But just know, so you know, Jupiter and the North Node coming together in Taurus is considered the most auspicious, the most beneficial time for good things happening in the year of 2023. That one moment. Okay. So it would be worth your while to see where that is in your chart. And I'm telling you, typically it's going to be in your sixth house. So this can be work, this can be health, this can be pets, this can be domestic, something in the house. This can be, travels because it's Taurus, but it's Jupiter coming in. All of a sudden, Jupiter's like, "Hey, let's get up and go." Remember, Jupiter brings along travel opportunities, right? And if it's in the placement of home, maybe you'll be living on the road or working, traveling as part of your daily routine. I have a friend who drives school buses. I know that's not necessarily like a glamorous, like I travel for a living or for my job, but this person does. They drive something. So these are people who made, the long haulers, like the semi truck drivers, like it's that energy. But it can also be up in the airplane because it's Jupiter. All right. Now, that is around that actually that's for just the beginning of the month. And that the release, the full moon on the 3rd, that is in your first house. That is your physical body. There is something about how you look, something about your appearance that is changing, something about your appearance that you're releasing and letting go. What does Sagittarius energy look like? Well, they look like the traveler. So this might be you're changing your hairstyle, you're changing your clothing, you're changing your outfit. Jupiter, Sagittarius energy, they look like the sage. They look like a guru. They could be a priest or a nun. They can be people of the cloth. They can be preachers. They can be teachers in higher education, even. So some people, maybe you're releasing something, and if it's the ascendant in your physical body, it could be your location. So there are people who change locations of where they work, especially people who work within community colleges. Like some of those colleges have different locations, and it might be simply changing a location of where you work. Right, because it's your physical body. So that's the full moon, 1317 on the 3rd, 13 degrees, 17 minutes, a 2-degree orb before and after. So that would mean 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 degrees. Now we move to the 3rd week, 17th and 18th. 17th and 18th of June, we have a new moon beginning, a new moon beginning. It's in the sign of Gemini. This is opposite of you. This means you have a new moon in your 7th house. Significant partnerships. These can be business partnerships as well as personal and private, like marriage, but it can be other things too. It doesn't have to be just marriage and business. These can be people these are people who you will compromise for. Okay. It's a new beginning. It's a new communication. You could be getting a new neighbor, a new coworker. You got that coworker who's like, "God, I need the weekend off. Will you work for me?" So you make a deal. You compromise for them. And that's because you get along. You really get along if they're in your 7th house. So for many people, this new moon can bring a new communication, specifically for you, a new partner in something. Okay, a new communication that brings a new partner because Mercury rules this new moon. So there's new conversations, new communications, short trips, and short journeys. So travel comes up again for you. Travel comes up again for you. A partner or a job that you may be traveling for. Let's not forget that the 7th house, when we think about work in the 7th, it's like one-on-one consultations. Like if you were to say to me, "Hey, G, I want to work with you one-on-one," that would be 7th house. That's just an example. Okay. So I would love for you to have your chart because your chart is your life. And if you don't have your chart, what are you waiting for? Just comment below to me. Let me know what you need. Let me know how I can help you. I understand you may be like, "Hey, I don't know nothing about this," and that's okay. We'll get your chart in your hands and you just start off little by little, not a whole lot, just a little bit at a time. okay? Because that is really the real, like, the mission statement of the channel is for you to understand who you are, and your chart teaches you so much about that, about who you are energetically. So just comment to me and I'll help you figure all that out and help you out in any way I can. The last thing I want to mention is Jupiter again, the planet Jupiter. I talked about it being in your sixth house of work and daily routines and new projects and being really busy. Just so you know, I don't think I said this, that's for the next 14 months of your life. For the next 14 months of your life, you're going to be busy. Again, projects may include pets, does include health, can be your work routine, can be all of the above. Look at Taffy's pretty butt. She's so pretty. She blessed you guys with her face the next 14 months. All right. You got any questions? Comment below. You need to know? Comment below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Oh, that's your little ear. Your nails are so long. That had to hurt. Okay, we're done. Bye-bye. Leave that light alone. Below the video, I'll have all the degrees for those of you who like to pay attention to the degrees in your chart. Again, if you don't know and you want to know, just comment below.